The first series of the day was definitely a surprise, with Sibe finally getting to a victory. That is gonna be their first one, and now things have definitely gotten spicy here at Eastern European DPC Division 2. I'm here, Freak, and I'm gonna be bringing you the action of the next series, which is gonna be cybercats versus Matreshka, and then we'll have one series more where Rob is going to be joining me, and we will give you the action of the final series of the day, which is going to be Navi versus Storm. So with the Moneymakers losing to Sibe, now we know the two teams that are going to be going through to Division 1. That's going to be Navi and Team Sexy. But Sibe, after that victory, now they're not secured to be eliminated. We might be seeing some pretty interesting things here in the Eastern European DPC, including a potential three-way tie 2 times. We'll see if that's really going to be happening. The tiebreakers are going to be played on the 28th, so in 2 days. But before that, we still have 4 more series to watch, the 2 of them today and the 2 of them tomorrow as well. So the draft should be starting soon. Cybercats will be on Radiant, Matreshka will be on the Dire. These two teams will be fighting versus each other. This might be a elimination game of some sort, right? Because if Cybercats wins, they are gonna be tied to Matreshka. They're both gonna be 2 and 4. But if Matreshka wins, then they will secure that they are staying inside of the Eastern European DPC Division 2, whilst Cybercats and Sibe, well, we will be saying goodbye to them, right? Because there will be no more chances. So for things to be interesting here, we probably will be needing a we'll be needing Cybercats to win versus Matreshka, but we'll be finding out how it's gonna go now in the draft, as the teams are gonna start picking up the heroes. And Matreshka, they open up with the Spirit Breaker. This leaves the Enchantress, this leaves the Shadow Demon. Both of those heroes usually picked versus him, but no, Medusa. Okay, it will be a Shadow Demon. I thought it was gonna be a Medusa Pugna, which is sometimes an opening teams go for at the start of the Division 2 here. We did see Pugna picks, but the success rate, the win rate of the Pugna was pretty bad. Then as time progressed, it got better and better, and now people are picking more and more. But who they're also picking more and more is the Darkseer versus heroes like a Medusa, especially when there's a Shadow Demon on the other side. The Medusa illusions of your own will definitely help you deal with the main one and the illusions of Cybercats as well. Matreshka, they are going to be banning out the Visage, DK Fogus, quite popular on that one. He has been doing okay overall on the Visage, though I don't know if you can say that given that the team is 1 and 4. Last time Cybercats won the game was on June the 20th versus Storm. They did get demolished by Navi 2 days ago, which is to be expected. Navi have been demolishing everybody. They're probably going to be demolishing Storm now at the end of the day, in a series that, I mean, you don't really care about all that much, do you? But we'll see, you never know. Storm might win that one. So, Matreshka versus Cybercats. Gonna be a pretty interesting one here. Who is the victor? These two teams should be close to each other, but I think even though I'm seeing the odds favor Cybercats, I kind of feel like Matreshka, with the way that they have been playing, and they haven't played Sibe, right? Cybercats, they have only won versus Sibe, who up until today haven't won a single map. They did stomp Moneymakers 2 games in a row. So Cybercats haven't really had much success, whereas Matreshka, they did win versus Team Sexy, and they did win versus Navi Jr., and they have gradually been getting better. In terms of bans, getting rid of some of the ranged carries here on cybercats, getting rid of the Muerta, getting rid of the TA. Retsu has been pretty good on those, actually. Did they play that versus Navi Junior? Let me just check. So okay, versus Navi Junior, they played an Ursa. They played a Terrorblade, so the answer is gonna be no. They did play a TA versus Navi, but like every other team, they just got well, they just got their asses handed to them, unfortunately. These guys on
10 seconds remaining.
on Navi are just on another level for Division 2. In Division 1 they didn't do that well, but here in Division 2 they're just gods. Complete gods.
Radiant team, Dire team pick.
Morphling.
And here's the star. Morphling comes out. This is gonna be a mid Morphling. You're gonna play a Morphling Medusa into a Darkseer, or maybe you're gonna play a offlane Medusa, a support Medusa we've even seen. This is unexpected. I mean, there is a Spirit Breaker on the other side, but still, like, I really wasn't expecting a Morphling in a situation where you have a Medusa and a Shadow Demon, let alone versus a Darkseer. I guess you do buy a Linken's here versus the Spirit Breaker, which is nice, but other than that, I'm very much surprised. Youngji, I'm sure he can play the Morphling well. So this could be one of the greedier lineups that we've seen lately.
Radiant Queen of Pain.
How do you deal with greed? With murder intent, and that's what the Queen of Pain and the techies do provide. Quite a lot of potential for ganks, for kills. They will pick up an Ember versus the Queen. So now I have no idea where this Morphling is going. It's most likely off-lane Medusa with a safe lane Morphling. That's how it looks like from the current draft. Those cybercats, they're like, yo, this score strong, this score strong, this score strong means we pick them and we win games.
5 seconds
Pretty
remaining.
cool. Overall, me personally casting, have only seen Medusa on position 5. Other than on a position 1 role, so I'm not 100% certain
Radiant
what
team
cybercats are gonna be doing with the hero. Matreshka, they ban out the Tide. Really have nothing for the hero, even if you would get the vacuum into a charge off onto him. The Kraken Shell would allow him to get the Ravage off, and then the fight could get completely turned around.
10
Nobody cares
seconds
about
remaining.
your illusions if they're stunned, if their damage has been reduced significantly by the Anchor
5
Smash.
seconds remaining.
So cybercats, that's another thing, you know, you get everybody clumped up together, and then the Tide just uses the Anchor Smash, right? It just reduces all of their attack damage, and the illusions just aren't that strong, or as strong as you would like them to be. Nagas are in banned. Matreshka, they do need the last pick, and well, I mean, I don't know if I would go for an illusion-based hero, but if you do have those illusions to push out the waves, right?
10 seconds remaining.
Then the Spirit Breaker Queen techies, they can hunt
5
whoever they
seconds
like.
remaining.
And the Darkseer is not that bad at joining fights early on, so I wouldn't mind him joining in the fray as well. Let's see, Matreshka. What else? What else do you want to get rid of? If it is an offlaner that cybercats need, and that is most likely the case with this Medusa being either 4 or 5. What's Doom?
Radiant team back.
Doom is in the pool. You have a Darkseer, but they will go for a
Dire team
for an
pick.
Underlord ban. I like that because all of your heroes are pretty mobile. You don't want them caught in the pit of malice. There will be a PL ban. Other than the Shadow Demon, actually you have the Ember as well. I'm surprised about the bans here. Cybercats could have dealt with illusion-based heroes. Terrorblade, you probably don't want
remaining.
versus the Morphling, versus the Shadow Demon.
5 seconds remaining.
Juggernaut, not good versus the Morphling though. Good versus everybody else on their side. Plus you have a Spirit Breaker, so there's not gonna be many things to break your spin TP. Anything else that the Morphling in general doesn't like playing versus? They're like a strength hero you would want to pick. I doubt there's gonna be something like a Lifestealer picked up. What has Matreshka played? Versus Navi Junior. They did play an Ursa. This is a good Ursa game if you feel good going for it. The thing is that Ursa is counterable in lane. But we'll go for the Slark. Slark is also counterable in lane. Not as much as the Ursa though. You can't pick like something like a Venomancer and completely ruin his life. But cybercats. Let's see. Have they played some aggressive offlaners? Yeah, they did play the Brood, which on paper shouldn't be good versus the Slark, but usually does relatively well. They did play a Lycan. I wouldn't mind that either. I'd be okay with something like a Mars as well. So those types of heroes that can pressure, right? That's what I would like to see here. In general, Matreshka's draft does look awesome, right? Slark is one of the better heroes to actually deal with the Morphling. You don't care much about the Shadow Demon, you can jump yourself away. The Ember Spirit, everything from him you can purge off. I would like Mars just because of some lockdown that you can provide versus the Slark, because it's really bad if this hero can go in and out of fights without any pressure of dying. The Magnus is still in the pool, and you have an Ember Spirit Morphling, so that might be a hero you want to go for. Magnus does a lot of damage in lane. People tend to underestimate that, so he's not really a classic fat frontliner that the Slark just rams into and takes all of the stats from. So yeah, Magnus works as well. I don't know if cybercats have played it at all, even when it was super popular. But the most obvious choice for them might be the Lycan, just because of what they have played in the past. Oh, that just feels like the best one. I'll go for the Enigma. Have they played an Enigma? No, but it is a DK Focus hero, which is weird that they haven't then. Yeah, I'm going through it and I just can't find a single Enigma that cybercats have played. But it is the type of hero that their offlaner likes. In general, the techies and the Slark don't really deal the best with the Eidolons, though Eidolons level 1 are pretty bad at doing anything. I still like what Matreshka have more, even though like cybercats are seen as somewhat of a favorite somehow, though by the names of their players actually. I thought with the addition of Young G that they're gonna be clean, like amazing. Just not the case. I don't like their draft. I don't like how strong their lanes are. I think they're maybe gonna be losing all of them. I don't like how they synergize together. I don't like that they don't have much to kill the Slark other than the Black Hole. Yes, you do have a Black Hole as the ultimate spell here, but there is a Spirit Breaker that can cancel it even through the BKB. With that being said, we're still gonna have to look at the game. So before we go into it, a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system, welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Okay.
And there it is, the game has started. It will be a cybercats versus Matreshka. As I said, cybercats here from our sponsors over at EGB are considered the favorites.
Okay.
But I don't think that's the case. We'll see. Either way, hopefully both teams can put up a fight. In my mind, this game number 1, it should be going towards Matreshka. Let's see. There might be some kind of a fight here. Did he just reveal a ward there? That's very weird that they went for the attack. It is just gonna be immediately dewarded by cybercats. So some extra experience for both the Callis and Dark Lord, and the Callis does get his gold back, even more than that. A very nice start in general. Now he's going to be able to place a ward of his own, which, well, Matreshka won't really know about. I think this is my first time casting Matreshka, actually. Maybe a second. I haven't really gotten a chance to cast their games much. Mid lane, Young G. It's gonna be an interesting one here. Nice, the ward there from Dark, so that's gonna be equalizing
Okay.
the early D wards, and there will be a pause. The Eastern European teams do have server issues. Usually these kind of ping issues don't really last long, so don't worry everybody. If you're new here, you're gonna know that just in a couple of seconds we are gonna be returning with the game.
A flash of inspiration.
As these two teams fight each other, it is pretty important for them. I already mentioned it, right? Matreshka wins, they're certain to stay. Cybercat loses, they're certain to be eliminated, so a lot of it on the line. Though then why do you go with such an experimental draft? I understand that the position 5 Medusa isn't that bad, but it's not that great either. Like, how are you stopping the Spirit Breaker from charging into all of you? I guess Sleight of Fist chains, disruption from those are. I mean, Sleight of Fist okay, but the disruption is not the greatest. If you find good angles with the Spirit Breaker, it's gonna be a problem. And then you have this AoE damage on the other side. A Slark potential to do anything you want. You just need to get a good glimpse of the Enigma, and when you have Slark Night Vision and potentially the Spirit Breaker Night Vision, that might not be so hard at all. Mid lane, the Ember should lose to the Queen of Pain, not by much, but a loss is a loss. We'll see if Young G can actually make it work here versus Natty Narwhal. Doesn't look likely in general, but for now he's doing okay. He is actually farming as well as the Queen of Pain, and he has one more creep to attempt to farm there. Laguna, early lane with the Darkseer. You always want to perform some shenanigans. Darkseer doesn't mind losing the first couple of creeps, whereas a Morphling definitely does. But in general though, first waves here for the teams favoring Cybercats. They're farming quite nicely. Of course, these things, they could change rapidly if you're not careful. For now, everything is fine, especially for the Ember. We'll see how well he can see us under the tower. The Queen of Pain is kind of nasty sometimes, but Shadow Demon in a nasty position. The Blood Grenade will slow him down, and Dark is probably going to be chasing him until the ends of the world. There's 4 stick charges on the Force Majeure, and yeah, they're not going to be saving his life. Uses him now. You need one more hit. Okay, they will. They just barely did. In the end, he got 5 there with another sticky bomb from Dark, and with the healing salve, he'll be able to get himself back up to full. This little chase will cost Slark some of the CS and give Enigma the freest lane ever. Usually it's the carries that farm freely versus the Enigma offlane, and that is gonna be the case. I don't see the Slark being slowed down too much, but the idea of an Enigma is to have a good time yourself, not really shut down the enemy carry, even though sometimes you can do it. I doubt the Slark won't be getting at least some amount to farm as Dark. Well, he won't. He's definitely not going to be as fast as Force Majeure, and now Retsu needs to jump away as well. If you're alone, though, that is definitely going to be the case, that you will be struggling in terms of CS as well as Force Majeure, and DK Fogus can very, very easily push you out of the lane if you have no backup. Natty Narwhal starting to apply more pressure to Young G. We can already see that the difference in CS is starting to swing into Natty Narwhal's favor. Not by a lot, though. So, in general, not the biggest of deals. We'll see if the trend continues, as bottom lane, they are trying to be annoying to the Kalis. The level 2 shell, immediately as you get it, you're gonna start threatening. We'll see if those threats are gonna be idle, or is it something Cybercats should really be afraid of. But so far, so good for both teams. I'd say maybe a little bit in favor of Cybercats, because I expected Matreshka to do better in lanes, but there's still time. Laning phase is only halfway there to being finished, so there's still some time for Matreshka to apply the pressure to get themselves the lead after the laning phase. And the Darkseer is starting to farm really well. 23 CS is nothing to laugh at. This hero can sometimes struggle, and Melis, well, you don't want to be dying there. He'll be pushed back by cybercats, but for now his life will be remaining intact. Mid laners, that's 3 points in the Shadow Strike. Natty Narwhal trying to apply pressure, and that Shadow Strike is so annoying. Young G, he can't really lane all that properly any longer, especially with the heals coming through to the Queen of Pain. It's very easy for Natty Narwhal to sustain himself. Jumps to the high ground, immediately applies another Shadow Strike, and Young G, he does have the sticks, he does have the Fairy Fire. He's not gonna die, but he's gonna be annoyed as hell. Still only one kill happened, right? It was in favor of cybercats. It was the techies that died. Nobody else on the map has experienced death just yet on this day. Only today and tomorrow for the regular part of the Tour 3 to be done. It still feels like yesterday that Tour 1 was starting. I remember Division 1 in Tour 1 here in Eastern Europe, and I'm just so surprised the time has passed so quickly in this year. Definitely a nice action-packed year of Dota. Hopefully people didn't get all like I can't stand Dota anymore. There's gonna be so many tournaments coming up as well. Third-party tournaments, then TI qualifiers, then TI itself. Be cool as Young G. Yeah, it doesn't feel like the mid lane is cool any longer. Started off really well for him, but he hasn't really been able to get to too many creeps in the past couple of minutes. The first power rune, of course, not going to be going to either of the mid laners. The supports went into a battle there. The one who got it was going to be the Spear Breaker as Retsu. Tries to go on DK focus, but it's very dangerous to fight before you're level 6 on the Slark. He is just aware of how easily he can lose his life. The Slark is close to level 6, which the Enigma, she just got level 5. You're gonna need some time before you actually have the black hole, and that's where the Slark's life could be threatened. December is now finally level 6. His laning stage wasn't ideal, but nobody can say it was bad. So you'll probably be happy with how it went in general, especially with him getting now level 6, hasn't died just yet, and probably won't be that easy of a target when the remnants are now active. The Darkseer is falling low on the bottom part of the map, but he'll be fine. As long as he lives, he'll be able to buff up his Spirit Breaker and try to threaten the Morphling. Dark Lord, of course, isn't going to be going down that easily. Versus the Morphling, you need some burst damage, some instant stuns. Well, neither the Spirit Breaker nor the Darkseer have that. DK focus getting gone on. He's taking a ton of damage. Here comes Force Majeure to help, and his help will definitely be saving his buddy's life. Retsu, of course, immediately running away. He doesn't have that much mana. He used the sticks, but will have to keep himself away as he wants to go for a Midas in this game. And actually, a late game Slark in this game in particular is probably the strongest guy. But the Slarks benefit so much if they are constantly ahead. You get the Echo Saber Diffusal, and you're always the strongest on the map. And actually, when you see cybercats in this game, they can't really kill him. So I think this is the greedier route, which isn't necessarily the better route. I would have preferred an Echo Saber just to be able to fight early on. Matreshka, they don't seem to be too concerned about early game fights. The game even. We only have one kill. Very interesting. Some bloodshed here on the screen. Nobody's even taking damage. Everybody is just concerned with farming. Yeah. Dota is the best game in the world, but sometimes it can be without action. especially in Eastern Europe, people tend to be a little bit on the defensive side. Navi has played very defensively, and then just in the early mid game they started applying pressure. This usually benefits the better team, right? Because the early game, if you are considered like quote-unquote worse than your opponents, then you should probably try applying pressure, because the lane inside of the laning stage you'll be relatively fine. As the Medusa gonna be back to back, they do have a charge. They're gonna be taking away some of his mana, but he does have 2 mangoes, and here comes Young G to finish off Laguna. That's so much damage. He's thinking about chasing down the Darkseer as well. Sonic Wave jumping in with Laguna Pain will be able to finish him off. Melis, though, on the other hand, he'll be an easy grab for Young G, who does finish off a second one, and now Natty Narwhal has the sticks. The blood grenade is gonna be flying through. Let's see who will be screaming the most here. Nobody in the end. The Ember Spirit runs away from Natty Narwhal, and the screams of the Queen will be able to catch him, which means he travels faster than sound.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Force Majeure. Laguna picks up the Arcane Rune. Young G in the vicinity. Is that Arcane Rune gonna be enough to justify his life being taken away? His life will not be taken away. Natty Narwhal, though, he needs some bottle refills, and they will be coming through as Melis comes over to do it and just uses the surge to run back to the bottom lane. Matreshka, they are really deciding for a pacifistic approach in this first game. Like, let's try asking them nicely. Cybercats, would you please lose the game? We're not gonna kill you. We're not gonna hurt you. We're not gonna touch you. But if you would, please. You know what they say. Nice word. It's, sometimes it's the most important thing. Vacuum. Not gonna be something that saves your life. You will be caught there by the disruption. No more surge, no more means of escaping, and no more life. Melis gets taken down. This is going really well here for Cybercats. Like, Matreshka are literally not threatening in any way. The Sonic Wave will be up, but the Slark is your top net worth hero, and he just bought a Midas, so good luck helping your team in any way. I guess once Darky gets his level 6, that's where things could change, but not a good start for sure. They also didn't steal their wisdom runes, so both of the teams got 1 each. Spirit Breaker is level 6, but the techies need some more time. Even this mid lane that went pretty well in favor of Natty Narwhal now is not doing that well. Nice dodge from the Ember. They'll still get on top of Force Majeure, but there is a Demonic Purge, which means that Young G is gonna have all the time in the world to just slap Laguna over and over again, as Force Majeure damage, once it kicks in, it will be the thing that secures the kill. 5-0 start. Cybercats, they're not only winning this early game, they are crushing it in almost every way. Matreshka, they do seem helpless. Red Suit is like, yeah, I'm your carry, and I don't really care about your well-being. Dude, it's in your name, caring, right? Kind of the same thing. Yeah, I know, guys, it's not the same. Just chill. I'm trying to get Red Suit to give us a battle. Even with all of the kills, you know, and the amount of pressure they're applying, tower dropping in the bottom lane, Matreshka not getting a single one, still doesn't seem all that bad. 2k Goldie, 13 minutes in. It doesn't feel insurmountable. Cybercats barely have a higher win probability on Dota Plus as well. The time is coming when Matreshka are gonna start doing something now, especially when the techies is battle ready. Level 6 is there, so proximity mines can be armed. Cybercats again going for a smoke towards the bottom lane. There's no tower there to save Matreshka, and somebody's gonna have to show. The Darkseer is not a squishy hero, but his mech still isn't finished, and it was already seen that he cannot really survive through all the damage of his enemies, but this time around he's ready. He understands there's something going on. Okay. he also understands that he's gonna die. He does place a vacuum wall. That's a nice jump from the techies. Dark is gonna be leaving some mines, but it's still not gonna be enough damage. A nice disruption will be coming onto Retsu. They did use the Stone Gaze, and the Kalis will try to get away. What a beautiful jump from Retsu. That was just amazing. He's gonna be getting so many stats from this Medusa. He has 4 points in the mana shield, no 5th point just yet, and once the mana shield is out, Retsu will be able to take him down easily, and that's the Slark joining the fight for the first time in this game, immediately getting a kill. Okay, why can't you get a kill? He comes over to show his teammates how it's done. Very nice rotation from Retsu just in time there. Of course, Medusa is still just a position 5, but actually if you look at it, he's a position 4 and the most farmed support on the map. He did start off in the safe lane, but in terms of farm priority, he's been getting more of it than the Shadow Demon himself. Or more so, he has gotten more kills. That's why he's ahead in net worth. Okay, Matreshka are done with being passive. They're done with playing nice. We asked you nicely. You didn't want to listen. They didn't listen. And, I mean... Retsu is trying to use the nighttime vision. Sees DK Focus, but is only going to be able to hit his Eidolons a little bit. The Enigma is going for the Helm of the Overlord. So that's something I don't know if I was expecting for DK Focus. I thought maybe a pipe would be a better approach. But for now, he feels like the Ancient Creep will be giving him more than the pipe itself. It could be the case. Retsu. There was a Sonic Wave used on the bottom lane, and the Queen of Pain might actually die to the Morphling. Natty Narwhal will jump out. Natty Narwhal is fine. But there is still a fight in the mid lane. A nice vacuum wall onto the 3 of them. DK Focus will be black holing that ground as the ulti from the Medusa will get purged off by this Lark. So this Medusa should be going down. Let's see just how fast Retsu can get the kill. He doesn't have the ulti. Retsu, he used it right now. He needs to get himself out. He's in a lot of trouble. Demonic Purge is not something that you want to be playing around as the Slark, especially before you have your Aghanim Scepter. You're just not that mobile. Natty Narwhal, he healed himself up in the base, but this is just looking very easy for Cybercats. Without your Slark, your damage is non-existent. He had a Diffusal Blade, and the amount of damage that he was doing to the Collister, the amount of mana he was draining, was negligible in that fight. It just feels like Matreshka, other than the Slark, they don't have any heroes at the moment, and the net worth it's showing it. He's the only one that it's in any way competitive with the Morphling, and even the rest of the cores of Cybercats are starting to get themselves away from the heroes of Matreshka. This just leaves Dark Lord to do whatever he wants. And even if you have a super farmed Slark, which he is not at the moment, like imagine what a Morphling with an Aghanim Scepter in a situation where you're this far ahead will do to your Slark. He's gonna make him a non-hero. Cybercats did well in lanes. I thought Matreshka were gonna be doing super well in the lanes, but in the end it ended up being that way. Cybercats are just comfort heroes, and they knew exactly how to play every single matchup. 7-1, Retsu is pushing a tower, not ideal for the Slark. He does have a Hand of Midas, my friend. Go and use it. You need all the farm you can get as fast as you can as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
This
attack.
Roche, with such good wards on the top lane, I'm surprised Matreshka aren't trying to go there. They do have a scan if they want to use it, but at this point it's just way too late. The Roche is gonna go down. No contest whatsoever. It will take them some time, but the Ancient Black Dragon will make sure that you do not use any of the resources, which makes Morphling now
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
twice harder to kill. Unless this Darkseer, you have to believe in him, because creating the Morphling illusions, that's gonna be something that you want to put the emphasis on. Fin to do a lot of damage. Look at the Kalis, he's so freaking tanky. He has a Force Staff as well, so the Slark can't really get on you or keep on you for a very long period of time. The call is found, and
Dire's
he doesn't
top tower
care.
is under attack.
The type of snakes that hide in the shadows, those are the most dangerous ones, right? You think, oh, I can pass through here. Just bite. As the snakes would say. Collis, gonna get some bombs, some mines on him. Takes it like a man. The snake will be following the Queen of Pain, so let's get a bite in that backside.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
As
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
the game has slowed down. Like Matreshka have slowed the
Radiant are
bleeding.
scanning.
But the thing is, now with
Dire's
this
top tower
Aegis,
is under
tier
attack.
2s are on the menu. You already used your glyph. This tower is gonna fall. You need to be there faster. Dark Lord and killing him, not gonna be that easy. The Collis gonna be coming from the side there and taking some damage. Retsu just wants the stacks. It's all about getting those stacks up before you go into the fight. But you're going into a black hole. So whatever you do, you have to be very, very careful. Often just goes up the hill there, turns into the Slark, jumps on him, grabs him. The Medusa gonna be coming forward, but Dark Lord uses all of his mana. Slark gets a little bit of stacks. Vacuum wall is gonna be amazing onto 4 heroes, but they will be able to deal with illusions no problem whatsoever. Young G holding the ground, pushing back Matreshka, who currently don't have the strength to be fighting. Sleight of Fist chains onto the 2 of them, and adding Narwhal. You might need to blink away if you want to leave him, even with the double damage. His impact in the fight is not really there. This Queen of Pain, other than winning the laning phase, hasn't been of much help to Matreshka at all, and it is a huge problem. Okay, got the deny on the tower. Thank you, Observer. This is why I have more people here helping, so at least something. So when he blinked in, he did get the deny on the tower. Cool. And looking at the net worth of the Queen of Pain, it's a catastrophe. This hero relies on getting kills. This hero relies on using that Sonic Wave to bring people down. And do you see many kills on Matreshka? No, they have one. 20 minutes in, 21 minutes in, you have one freaking kill on your carry, who has a Midas. Everybody else, their contribution to the team, it's not there. In Cybercats, they know there's no glyph. They're coming high ground. They want to refresh it again right now. And Matreshka, is there anything we can do about it? The Aegis will be there for another minute and 40 seconds. And it's just gone. At least they're going to be cutting the waves, but you don't have a tower to kill these creeps. This is a lane of racks 20 minutes in. Cybercats, they're like, we are not getting eliminated, Matreshka. We're going to be fighting you for that spot. We're going to make you go down or go to the open qualifiers. Laguna comes from the side. Queen of Pain will be jumping into Sonic Wave, doing a lot of damage to the Shadow Demon, but it's still not enough for a kill. Laguna will be the one that gets taken down. This Morphling really packs a punch. Retsu has already used his ulti, so what now? He's trying to get the mana of the Kalis out. Not going to be happening with the Mystic Snake coming forward. He still has half of it left, even more so. And Dark Lord, like, he's not done with your base. He will be taking the full lane of racks, as now they can turn their focus on the top lane as well. It didn't really take them all that long, so they still have a pretty healthy duration there on the Aegis, and the creeps through the mid lane, they're going to be coming through. With Matreshka, you cannot lose 2 lanes of racks, you have to fight. Where's your wall? You're going to have it in 70 seconds. You don't have anything to fight with. The Morphling Illusions is just way too strong. Okay, at least they dealt with the illusions, but can they deal with the rest of them? The Enigma is ready for the black hole, and the jump in, that's gonna be a nice vacuum with the charge as well, but where's the damage? You're not killing the Dark Lord, he's still alive, goes in. I wanna fight, I don't want out at all. 20 seconds left on the Aegis, he can still stand his ground here and finish off the racks. Actually, he morphed into strength a little bit too much. They do buyback on the techies. Here comes the black hole onto the Queen of Pain. They wanna kill her, but will be pushed out. Actually, that's gonna be a save onto the Queen there. The Enigma did die, and now it's turnaround time. It's payback time for you. Ducalis, no mana, no life. And the TP is out from Cybercats. Cores are going to be coming through. Actually, Dark Lord, what do? He's still turned into the Queen of Pain, so he'll be fine. Ooh, Matreshka, they saved the second lane of racks. The Enigma dying during the black hole changes everything. If he didn't and the Queen of Pain got taken out there, that would have been a problem. There was no problem in the end, and the Queen of Pain just does so much damage in that fight. He really wasn't doing much outside of the laning phase, but now when he has the Aghanim Scepter, the game has changed, and it has changed significantly. Is that one fight enough? The Slark, he will have an Aghanim Scepter. Morphling? I mean, he already had one, but he turned into the queen, and nobody really cared about that.
Double damage.
So, is this one fight, is this one pushback enough for Matreshka? Nighttime will be coming as well. And cybercats, they've gotten one lane of racks. It kind of feels like it's not enough. I don't know why I'm looking at this Matreshka draft, and it feels like trouble for cybercats. So they're trying to apply pressure immediately. We have found the Kalis. He will have a force staff to the side. Still very tanky. Stone gaze at the ready. You will not be forcing that one out. Smart move from Matreshka. Just keep it simple. Keep yourself away from him. The Slark will have an Aghanim Scepter. Things have changed. Things have definitely changed in favor of the dire side. As the night comes, the Slark, been born in the dark, molded by it, just like one supervillain. So Dark Lord immediately smoke does break. Narwhal in the vicinity. Shadow Strike going to be spreading a little bit. Screams coming through already. DK Focus will be caught. He doesn't have the black hole, but they want to kill him all the same. And he will be going down. Now the Slark is just going to cam. He has his ulti, and he will be bringing down the Medusa. It just looks easy at this moment. Dark Lord, he will be getting himself away. But let's see how far can you go. He's going to try to go for a TP out. Not going to be happening. They found Dark Lord. You've been farming and crushing us for the entirety of the game. And in the end, the Dark will just throw in a bomb in that water, and it will be splattered all around as Matreshka get themselves into the lead for the first time in this game outside of the laning phase. It's just looked so easy for them. Yeah, there was no black hole, but does anything change when there is? You're going to be finding another one as well. Force Majority does have the disruption. You're not going to be able to use it, my friend, because you're going to be dead way too fast as Retsu shanks him from the back. And Force Majority will be the fourth casualty of war in quick succession. Again, Matreshka are crushing Shard Aghanim Scepter on the Queen, Shard Aghanim Scepter on the Slark. These two hard to kill, hard to catch, and very hard to survive against. Just like that, the game is turned. It looked over. Cybercats, they thought they had won. They're like, ah, look at these noobs, we're crushing them. Let's go for a second lane of racks. Big mistake. You needed a clean game. You needed to do everything perfectly if you wanted to win versus these guys. And now you're just dying one by one. Medusa does have a Yule Scepter. Is that really gonna help you? The Slark is taking away her mana. The Snake will return, giving it a little bit back. The disruption will be saving him for now. No ultis left on Retsu. He used both the Depth Shroud and his ulti there. And so he won't be able be living through this one. Laguna finally going down, and Cybercats has been some time, but they will be getting themselves to a kill. See now. Morphling? His morph will expire. He did turn into the Spirit Breaker there. Let's see if that's gonna be a hero he wants to claim. They do have great vision here on Matreshka. They might not have their Spirit Breaker, but they definitely want to fight. Slark, he did go. No, that was just a sentry, not really a ward. He's coming from the side. He has that night vision. Oh, Retsu, he's not being spotted, but he sees you. Dukalis, I know where you are, and you might not be there for long. If Retsu decides to kill you, he will be coming forward. Doesn't even use one jump to go in. He will be jumping out right now. Cybercats are surrounded. They do have the black hole. They have every spell they have that they would ever want. Retsu from the side is trying to get mana from the Kalis for now. Just getting some stacks up. 4 of them he has been able to attain for now. The good positioning from Cybercats, not giving an inch to their enemies. Matreshka have to hurry all that much. The mid lane is the easiest one to outpush. Let's see. Be taking down that ward. It really was annoying Retsu quite a lot. He knew he was under vision all this time. Oh, jumping in, Meles, you will be making an illusion there of the Collis. Is he going to be getting his ulti off? The force step to the side, at least that for now. Meles, he does have the normal punch. So let's see who's going to be surviving through that one. Laguna, nice charge through. They're not going to be committing onto DK Focus. High ground, a little bit too hard to claim. The Depth Shroud saving Laguna's life for now. And he will be protected by the Glimmer Cape as well, given to him by Dark. He doesn't have that much mana. Another vacuum wall is not available any longer. So you need to be very careful. Okay, that's a big one from the Queen of Pain using the Shadow Strike as well. The Collis still in front. Will be putting down a ward and a sentry on the side there. Immediately sentry does come through, but will they be able to take enemy wards down? It seems like for now it will be happening. Queen of Pain is just spamming them out with spells. And the mana was returned a little bit to the techies. Young G needs to TP to the base. We still don't have a single man that died in this engagement. But it is getting tenser by the second. Lag from Meles is like every single spell is flying around. My computer can't take it. Our eyes can't take it here as well. Not because it's bad gameplay, because it's just so much excitement. So when is the Slark's Depth Shroud coming back? In 40 seconds. So it is already done with half its duration. That's nice. Let's see. G goes back to the base, refilling everything. Medusa, no more mana. They use the smoke. Oh, guys, you're so surrounded. You're all together, and you're gonna be holding your hands even more. The Sonic Wave comes through. DK Focus goes down. No black hole for you. The darkness is only gonna be in your eyes. Dark Lord, you turn into red, so taking away his attack speed, but your life is gonna be taken away by Matreshka. It's just so easy. The poor Medusa doesn't even have the mana to TP away from the roads. There will be a Sonic Boom on Young G. Sonic Boom onto Young G, silencing him. He goes Remnant to the other side. It will take some time before they're able to run him down, but make no mistake, he will be ran down either way as another normal punch comes through Meles and his illusions. They'll be getting a kill. It is impossible for cybercats to engage in any kind of a fight, and the Medusa killed herself on a Roche, just went into the pit and sacrificed herself. Doesn't want to live in this world any longer. The Queen of Pain doing 9,000 damage. Nobody else comes close from either of the teams. Those shadow strikes were flying out all the time while cybercats were holding the high ground at the Twin Gate, and they just couldn't do anything. This Queen of Pain has to die. Some disconnects from Matreshka. Cyber attacks might be the best way. Cybercats, it's in their name. Because this game is very hard to win now. You need a big black hole, and the thing is, there's a shard in the Queen of Pain, so he can literally just blink inside of the black hole and stop it. Like that's the only thing he needs to do. So you need the BKB, you need the blink on the Enigma, and where the hell are you gonna farm it? Are Matreshka really gonna wait? Nope, they waited long enough. They waited for you to call it quits early on, and no, you just kept killing them. You came for their base. You just tried to take it down.
Oh, that's very nice.
It didn't happen. So now Roche on the bottom lane. It will be an Aegis Cheese. This is only the second Roche. No Aghanim Scepter. No Refresher. Very nice double life. And maybe you can call it twice the double life if you can count the cheese as that as well. Some heroes, the cheese might even be better, let's say for the Slark. Slark now has a harpoon, so he's even better than at hunting. Imagine you're a fish boy, right? So Queen of Pain did open up. Okay. So you're a fish boy and you're using harpoon to hunt people. I don't know what the equivalent would be. Let's say so you hunt fish with harpoons. Let's say a deer would be using a gun or a bow and arrow. It's a little bit morbid, but okay. It's useful versus us. It might be useful versus the enemy as well. Melis jumps in, says, I like cheese. And Navi Narwhal. I mean, Queen of Pain. She has to keep that figure. Alright, Dark's here. Not gonna be allowing her to take it over. I actually got pushed out of the game as well. So something is happening to the server. Todd did the sit. That means who is DDoSing? I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. But why are you touching the caster? Please, just let me go. Unluck. That means yes, unlucky.
这是何以啊？
Hey guys, multilingual caster here. Any other language that needs to be translated? No problem, no problem. Just let me in. I need to be learning some Peruvian for South America as well. Mandarin. That'd be nice to know.
Never refuse gold given.
No, I don't.
Radiant's bottom tower
Unfortunately.
is under attack.
Feels like it's hard to learn because you would need to learn all of the symbols, but I know that there's some like basic symbols. Anyways, who cares? We're not in China, we're not in South America, we're in Eastern Europe, so the most common language is gonna be Russian, especially when the teams communicate to each other. So you guys should be glad you have a caster that's just gonna be able to translate anything to you.
Radiant's bottom tower
Next
is under
sentence
attack.
is something hard that I can't understand, and then GG for me. Anyways, it's not gonna be stopping me from singing praises about myself and about these players. They're really giving us a interesting game, as the Kalis has been found. He has the Stone Gaze, he has the Force Staff. He is keeping himself alive for now. Goes for the Force Staff, immediately gets pulled in, and the Kalis smashed in the face. That normal punch really did hurt him, but in the end it was Retsu that deservingly so did get the kill. 15 stacks for the Slark after just the Medusa. Feels like she's just a stack farm for the Slark to go for. The Spirit Breaker went for the 40 damage talent. Very greedy. I think Matreshka at this point don't really feel like losing. Like they can lose. You need to take away the Slark at the start of the fight by the Aghanim Scepter of the Morphling. And then you need to focus down the Queen of Pain. If you can do this, then you'll be fine. Slark is not going for a Lincoln Sphere, so he doesn't really care about the morph. He's going for a Scotty. I mean, he cares about the Morphling, doesn't care about his spell morph. Even if you take his stats, he's just gonna be taking more. He even went for the +1 agility from each stack, so that's gonna be making him even more powerful. Kuna, he was charging over to the bottom lane there for the Ember, but decides it's not worth it. Retsu is level 20. This is a stacked Slark. 2.5 minutes left on the Aegis. The thing is, with this kind of a lineup that Matreshka has, you don't really want to go high ground, right? What you want to do is just keep murdering your opponents. During daytime, it's a little bit tougher, but the second that the nighttime hits, that's where you can go forward. You have the night vision of the Slark. The Spirit Breaker took the night vision talent as well, so you can just continue moving around the map searching for potential prey. And it's so hard as well for cybercats to split push or anything of that sort, because it's Spirit Breaker. The Ember at least does have a Lincoln's, so that's nice, and a BKB, so he's pretty safe, I'd say. Dark's here. He wants the shard. Is that the one that leaves a line behind him? Yep. Trail that lasts 7 seconds, slows enemies around by 50% and deals 35 damage. That's actually a pretty nice shard. And I feel like it's underrated. G? To break the Lincolns? Okay, he's gonna charge through the creeps, smash him a couple of times, and well, Young G doesn't really take lightly to that. He turns around and just smacks down the cow, takes away half of his HP. With the Boots of the Bearing though, you get healed up in no time. Not really an issue. Nighttime has come, so the added vision is there. They have a gem on Matreshka. Yes, it is currently on the techies. That's the most important thing. Wisdom runes. 9 Narwhal takes one. Young G did take the other ones. That's something. The first tormentor of the game will be killed, and the techies will be receiving his shard. So that's a reactive taser that you can use on your teammates as well. Very nice for the Slark if he's running in. Ember found. Needs to be KB. He's still being charged. He needs to TP away, and he'll be doing just that. The Spirit Breaker probably won't be stopping the charge just yet. Actually goes for it. Doesn't want to get too close to the enemy side of the map. It's dark. The jungle. DK Focus is there trying to farm his BKB. He does have a blink, so should be safe. Oh, nice jump in from the techies. There will be a sticky bomb that doesn't connect actually, and the Enigma with the pipe reducing the damage or taking away the damage from the Queen of Pain is allowed to blink away. The sticky bomb, it not connecting, maybe just allowed the Enigma to live. I'm not sure. I think the barrier would have been broken. He wouldn't have been able to blink out. Either way, it's still Matreshka in the lead, but they haven't been increasing it for quite some time. We'll see if the BKB of the Enigma can actually change the game. The Queen now has the Octarine Core. Psychic Headband on a Queen of Pain is quite nice because you can use the Shadow Strike from far away. Ember Spirit is level 20. He does have his shard now as well. Not real blink daggers in Matreshka. The only one is on the Darkseer, so I guess maybe you can cancel out his blink. But the 55 Sleight of Fist hero damage is nice. It adds up, especially if you're living long in a fight. But we already talked about it. If you're cybercats, you don't want a long fight. The Queen of Pain will just demolish you. Slark will get a ton of stacks. The Queen of Pain will do way too much damage with the Shadow Strike, and you will eventually lose. Even though you have a Morphling and an Ember who, in general, are okay with longer fights, not in this game. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if they pick up like something like a Deso on an Ember, just to make sure that you're killing people faster. Young G gets jumped on, and well, that was a little bit off the mark, considering that the techies knew exactly where his enemy was. This game started off slow, then we had constant fighting, constant pushing, constant pressure for 30 minutes and 25. And now for the past 7, we have had the repeat of the start of the game. Just both teams don't care. They just want to farm, hit creeps, that's it.
Invisibility.
This benefits cybercats. If there's a part of the game they can win, it's in the late game. Oh, Medusa, Aghanim Scepter, the Enigma Blink BKB Refresher, those kind of things. That's what you need. I just don't think at the moment, even with one black hole, it's gonna be enough. Especially if the Slark is not inside of it and he uses the Depth Shroud, you're screwed. Even in the late game, if they get all of their items, I still don't know if I would prefer cybercats, but it's something. Dark Lord now does have a butterfly. See how much that will change. At least he'll be able to stand his ground versus the Slark for now. Slark went for the harpoon, he didn't go for the Mage Slayer, so he's gonna be needing to buy an MKB, and well, no problem, because he is rich. He is rich. Currently, Matreshka, who are they missing a shard on? On the Darkseer and on the Spirit Breaker. The Darkseer didn't buy an Ag Shard in the end. They're thinking they're going to be getting those from Tormentors. The Collis has been charged. The cow is coming. And I don't know if your Skull can survive that one. Actually, he does stop it there. Because Cybercats, they are protected by vision. They have the BKB Blink Black Hole with the Lincoln Sphere of Young G protecting DK Focus from the possible Nether Strike. So you're fine if you're DK Focus. I guess a normal punch could come through, but that's only if you use your black hole in front of you rather than just close around you, because well, the Darkseer doesn't have the a big attack range. Just a normal melee hero, 150. Now they know exactly where their enemies are. The Roche is up. It's gonna be on the bottom lane with an Aghanim Scepter. If you're cybercats, you would much... They would want the refresher much more. But the Axe isn't that bad. Like having it on the Ember or on the Enigma. It's not the worst at all. It's the Shadow Demon has an Aghanim Scepter as well. So now it breaks. Right? Yep, so Slark is kind of screwed when he does get Demonic Purge. That lasts for, how many seconds does Demonic Purge last? For 7 seconds. Pretty shitty for a Slark. No ulti, no Essence Shift. No, sorry, Essence Steal. Oh, Essence Shift, yeah, that's right. Morphling its attribute shift. The goddess is charged up. Pain then starts spamming her shadow strikes. Dark Lord comes from the side and he's gonna be destroying the Darkseer, who buys back immediately. The Slark has been caught. Can they kill him fast enough? He's gonna be going into his ulti, but he did get Demonic Purge, so he was broken. He wasn't able to do anything. Cybercats, they found the items that they needed, and Techies would be the casualty of war. You don't have your black hole any longer. Young G is trying to escape. Not gonna be happening. Escaping sound. He was capable of doing it early on in the game. Not any longer. Now they found the Medusa. She's gonna be smacked as well. So you do win that fight if you're Cybercats. Now we can't really say it that way. They didn't have money for buybacks. They didn't buy some of the important items, but 3 buybacks from Matreshka. It is an expensive fight win, but it is a fight win nonetheless. It's going to be a 4-for-3 with 3 buybacks being used on the Matreshka on all 3 of the heroes that died. And they get the Aegis Cheese and the Aghanim Scepter. I'm not sure they need the Axe that much. The Techies did a ton of damage in the fight, but nothing compared to how much the Ember Spirit was able to do. Okay, so he killed the Morphling. You see our... yeah, he found him in the back lines. You see how my production is communicating with me through different languages. I actually have no idea exactly what it meant, but I know that he caught the Morph in the back lines. Morphling was out. Beautifully done by the Techies. So they gave the Aghanim Scepter to the Techies because the cores already had it. The Spirit Breaker would be good with it. Actually jumping in, no, the vacuum will not connect. Midnight Pulse being kind of annoying there to the Slark, but they'll be jumping out for now. They're trying to bring down the tier 3, and with the next attempt, they might just be able to do so. Morphling is level 20, so the waveform attacks targets at the ready. He does want to get some damage now in a form of a Silver Edge, but it's gonna be needing to work a little bit harder before he can get himself that crit and the buyback as well. Buybacks now are gonna be hella important for Cybercats. Next fight, if they have the buybacks, they can actually lose it, right? It comes down to how much this Enigma can do. But we have seen that even before the black hole came out, the fight didn't start off well. Okay, that was the minefield sign. Young G standing his ground. Doesn't do that much damage to the Medusa in general. Techies is level 20. Want to see what he's going to be going for. It will be the minus 15 seconds blast off. So it is a 15-second blast off cooldown. And inside of a fight, you can use it multiple times now. If you just survive after you go in. The Spirit Breaker level 20 as well. The Shadow Demon, he is approaching level 18, so that Demonic Purge is going to be even more dangerous for a Slark. Plus, he wants a refresher. He literally wants to make the Slark a non-existent hero for a very long time. If you use 2 Demonic Purges on the Slark, imagine it's 14 seconds. Imagine if you would use it 3 times, like 28 seconds of complete uselessness for a Slark, because your main 2 spells are taken away. We'll see though. The bottom tier 3, it will be taken down. You weren't ready there. They have the slower crest on the Slark there, provided by Dark. Retsu just wants to continue with the push, the Demonic Purge, the Disseminate coming through. He needs to jump out. He'll be safe for now. Will be taking some damage once the demonic purge is taken away. The Slark can heal back up to full, but gonna be jumping in onto the Ember Spirit, taking away some stacks, uses the ult immediately, and there's gonna be a jump in from Dark Lord. He turned into the Slark, might be able to keep him in place. He has been broken again, he cannot heal, he is dead once for sure. Even with the Depth Shroud, that's not gonna save your life. Actually, the mech might just, and he will be saving Diego's. Boy, he was on double-digit HP there. 45 minutes into the game. That pretty much means that someone needs to poke you before you just turn over and die. But the Stark survives for now, leaving Diego's for another minute and 40. The Minefield sign will be back soon, as well as the Shadow Dance. The Matreshka might continue with their push attempt. Going in onto the Medusa, the vacuum connects, DK Focus, he has the Ascetics cap, he's dying DK Focus, and he does have a buyback luckily there for them. Retsu will be turning around onto Yang Chi, getting a ton of stacks on him. Demonic Purge, they needed to keep this Slark at bay, but you already used 2 of your charges there and you didn't even get the Aegis down. Sonic Wave coming out, they don't get a kill. Shadow Demon will be surviving, but even if he died, he does have a buyback. Jumping in from Dark Lord, he turned into the Queen of Pain, but nice jump out from the Queen, still has the cheese, will be fine. Aghanim Scepter of that Medusa, it's definitely gonna be annoying, but we'll see just how much he can actually do. He's gonna be turning everybody to stone, but you have been found, you have been hexed, and now we just need to kill the piggy. Wait, what? It's a snake, doesn't matter. In some cultures, they eat that as well, and the Slark will be going down the first time. He still has another life there to play with. The Minefield sign is gonna be protecting him inside of the Minefield. Let's see how much the Slark can do. He jumps away from the black hole. He's faster than gravity itself. He's not gonna be pulled in by now the charge in from Laguna. You don't have the black hole any longer. You use your buyback on the Enigma as well, trying to get away with Dark Lord. He will be out for now, and the Kali still has some mana to work with. DK Focus saved by the disruption, but he's still gonna be going down. No way that you can escape this one. The Slark has been broken, but it will not stop him. It will not be stopping him from breaking the Enigma's legs as well. Oh wait, he doesn't have any legs, but either way, they do get the kill. Jump out from Natty Narwhal, survives the fight there, as now it's Matreshka that we're forcing out some buybacks on Cybercats, and they still come out as the victors. Level 25 on the Queen of Pain, 24 on the Slark. Things are really looking up here for Matreshka, and the Queen of Pain did go for the -2 second blink cooldown, which means those sonic booms are gonna be coming out even more. Of course, the Queen of Pain is doing the most damage by far. Jump in, Hex onto the Morphling. Natty Narwhal doesn't want to stay there for long. Disseminate will be put on him. Enough to dissuade him from still applying some pressure. No demonic purges on the Shadow Demon. He will have one in time for a fight. But will that really change something? The Morphling stunned up, he'll be fine for now. He doesn't have a link turns into the Slark, so there's gonna be a lot of attack speed taken away. The Call is very tanky, jumping from Dark Lord down to the Queen of Pain, but the Depth Shroud protecting him. They're just standing their ground inside of the Depth Shroud next to the wall. Here we are, the strongest. Matreshka just are at the moment crushing their opponents, crushing the opposition. There's gonna be the Ember Spirit without buyback. The Enigma coming back in 20, but he won't have a black hole for 60. So at least for a minute, you're gonna have to fight without that spell. Jumping in again, they call GG. Cybercats, they know they cannot win this one any longer. They are seeing just how much more powerful Matreshka are, and they had their chance 25 minutes ago, maybe even more than that. They were pushing the enemy base, taking a lane of racks, looking unstoppable, but just one fight with the Queen of Pain Aghanims changed everything. And after that fight, after that push, there was no longer a chance in this game for Cybercats. They tried to farm, they tried to get her items, they tried to fight, even winning one of them or almost winning it close to the Roche Pit, but all of those items, they came with a cost. They had no buybacks. Buybacks from Matreshka allowed them to get the Roche after they presumably lost the fight there, and then after it was all history. For their enemies at least, because they were the ones making it. They were the ones that won game number 1, but it's not over, because it is only the first game. These two teams, if Matreshka wins, Cybercats are out. If Cybercats wins Matreshka, they are potentially out. So it's a very important series for both of them. Who's going to be coming in as the victor. Currently, it looks like Matreshka are on a better road to do so, but there is still game number 2 and potentially game number 3 for Cybercats to turn it around.